Welcome to the Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh channel where we discuss everything collecting and investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, today we had some new news, or at least, was it yesterday? About a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ambassador in Europe. We have, sorry if I butchered the name right here, Antoine Griezmann. He's an extremely known football player, or do you say soccer? I don't even know. They kick the ball, they're huge athletes, and he's apparently a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! So Konami brought him on essentially. He made this Instagram post a few months ago where he showed off some cards. People were, hyped about it, but it wasn't really saying anything. He didn't say he was an ambassador or anything like that. But the Konami page was tagged in there. So some people thought, is this sponsored? Is this not sponsored? What's going on? So now we finally know that he's the new ambassador for the game. That's a big deal because apparently there's some huge championship thing going on. Is it a world championship? I'm not a sports guy. I'm sorry. But so having those two things collide, the announcement of him being an ambassador for the game, while simultaneously having these massive games, that's really good for the brand. Now, he was also part of these cool videos. I've seen some things on Twitter, I've seen some things on YouTube, where he answered some questions about Yu-Gi-Oh! How he watched the show again, what his favorite card was. His answer, by the way, was actually Time Wizard. Time Wizard to the moon, you guys? Time Wizard to the moon? It's his favorite card. But so that was just wholesome. Just cool stuff. Him talking about what he likes, his cards, his eyes glowing. That's all good stuff. Now, some people were thinking, oh, this is gonna, blow up the market right now, something like that. I don't see that happening in the short term. But I do think this is good for the long-term brand of the game. Again, he's a really good example of the thing we sometimes talk about on this channel, the CEO Bobby. He's a very successful person who grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh! And now is somewhat reliving that memory, let's say. Now, obviously, he's a big outlier in the sense that he's so successful at this young age already. My assumption is always that Yu-Gi-Oh! As a nostalgia-based collectible will actually be a bigger deal maybe 10 years from now rather than now. But those outliers still exist and it's still a really interesting beacon. I think this will also give some people in Europe that nostalgia itch again. Because in America, it's a huge deal. PSA graded cards and all of this stuff. It's a huge deal in America. Most collectors are in America. Obviously, you have your high-end collectors in Asia as well. I'm not disputing that or anything like that. But it's no coincidence that the big grading companies are all in America. And so in Europe, however, we still have huge fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! And so the fact that this will bring more attention to that again and kind of adds, let's say, a label of authority to that will, in my opinion, still have an impact long term. And I'm not saying huge, I'm not saying boom, everything moon right now, but I am saying that getting these beautiful cards back in the zeitgeist of people is really, really cool. And while it will mostly be from a casual perspective, in my opinion, like it's not like this personality pushing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is suddenly gonna bring people who are spending thousands at first, it will still bring blood back into the game. There are still loads of kids who grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Then moved on in life, started doing different things, and now are like, wait, I remember that. Get into the casual circuit and things just, gradually brew. So this is really interesting to me because this is a very long-term play from Konami in my opinion, and I'm not used to that from any major corporation. Generally, corporations need to get their profits in every single month. It's going to be about this quarter, and now we push and push and push. But getting this type of brand ambassador, while there might be a slight spike in sales, is really a long-term kind of game. And that's just fascinating to me. I don't see this in many other sections of the collectibles market very often. Of course, you had Post Malone in the MTG thing. By the way, that game on game nights was pretty cool. But overall, yeah, I like it. I dig it. He's also got great taste, by the way. Love me some Time Wizard. It's such a cutie. Now, final bit of news that I just wanted to push in here. Apparently, some Konami products are being delayed, like Cyberdark, which was a deck that I was really looking forward to, and another set. Kind of sad. It's also a massive delay, like 6 months. That's not something we're used to. I don't know what kind of impact that is going to have on the market and on modern product. We'll see how that develops. But I still wanted to, throw that in there. Hope you found it interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.